Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Triforce podcast.
Boy, is it good to be back.
Not reading those emails. How are you doing, P-Flax? Feeling good?
Do you realise the Olympics is basically started?
Yeah, when is it? Tomorrow, right? It's the first day?
The opening ceremony's tomorrow, but they have day -2, day -1, and day 0. Today, for some reason, women's handball. Yesterday, men's football.
And Snoop Dogg is going to be carrying the torch through Saint-Denis.
Why? He's not French, is he?
I don't know.
Snoop?
Maybe. Yes, Le Snoop.
Le Snoop?
Well, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't even know it was in Paris until right now. They kept it quiet.
I think we had the Euros, and we've got all this political news, so the Olympics kind of just slid in there.
There was that joke a little while ago about how they're sending like a bunch of the Met over to help police Paris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the joke at the time was, this is leading up to the Olympics. It said, finally, the streets of London will be safe for women once again. It's like a load of them are going to be deployed overseas.
Oh, a grand joke.
Yeah,
I've translated the lyrics to Ain't Nothing But a G Thing into French.
Right.
And remember, it starts 1, 2, 3 into the 4. And in French, it's 1, 2, 3 jusqu'à 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg et le Dr. Dre sont à la porte. Faites-moi faire une entrée à leur remonte, parce que tu sais qu'on est sur le point de tout déchirer. Which is how you say, because you know we're about to rip shit up. What a mouthful.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they're spitting rhymes, literally. Though.
Well, give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Donnez-moi d'abord le micro pour que je puisse éclater comme un boulet. Calm down. Calm down, Frenchies.
They probably have to reword it to make it fit nicer.
No, this is just Google Translate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure it'll be snappier in French. There's a lot of French.
Translated into German now.
Hold on. This is my favorite. This is the line, ain't nothing but a G thing, baby, is il n'y a rien d'autre qu'une G, bébé.
Bébé.
Bébé. I love that.
Quelque chose, j'ai, bébé.
1, 2, 3 und so wer. Snoop Doggy Dogg und Dr. Dre sind die Tür. Bereit für den Auftritt außer Wiederhock. Denn du weißt, wir werden gleich alles aufmischen. Gib mir zuerst das Mikrofon, damit ich platzen kann wie ein Seifenblas. Compton und Long Beach zusammen, jetzt weißt du, dass du in Schwierigkeiten bist. Das ist nichts als eine Jesus, baby.
This is precisely what I needed today.
I'm so sorry for my pronunciation, Germans and French.
I didn't realize it at the time, but this is exactly what I needed today. Thank you.
Und das ist echter aus Real Deal Holyfield.
Stop it. So you know that awful picture? You know the picture of Hitler, right? That common. You know Hitler. Right?
Yeah,
I know him. Yeah,
he's familiar with his work.
You know that picture of Hitler?
He was a painter. The painter.
The picture of Hitler with the comb over, like the classic.
That's
Hitler
him.
picture,
Yeah.
Every picture of him, basically. Yes.
The one in like the
very severe comb over.
Post it. This is a bad idea. Yeah, he posted it in the Discord.
This one.
Oh my lord.
Oh yeah, looking very serious. Yeah.
Okay, so the one with the comb over. Now I was getting a haircut yesterday, and
did you take this in with you? I'd like that, please.
I want to look just like this.
That's
Can you
such a good
that,
prank
please?
idea. That is such a good prank idea. Oh my god.
I'm wondering that there will be some people
they
that
tried
won't
to make you look
him.
exactly like this, but you weren't wearing a shirt and a tie at the time, and they used like the clippings from your hair to fashion a shirt and tie just to match the picture.
Yeah, you know, I'm not
crap.
kidding. There will be a decent chunk of people who you will show that picture to, and they won't even blink. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure." I guarantee.
Man.
A decent chunk of people
you're
will
right.
have no idea who Hitler is.
Honestly,
You'd show it to people, and they'd be like, "Who the fuck is that boomer? What is a fucking boomer? A fucking white picture.
Fucking boomer.
Is that your grandpa? So no, I sat down on the chair, you know, and they sort of always brush your hair in like strange ways. Well, sometimes they do hairdressers. Like I haven't had a haircut in ages, so my hair's getting a bit long. And he literally put my hair in this style, and I've got a moustache. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, fuck me, look like Hitler.
He's giving me the Hitler.
I didn't say anything, thank God. I didn't like mention it. I just, and then like he put it in like a center parting, and that looked even weirder. I think he was just messing around. I think it's just judging how long my hair is.
Maybe it was just some R&D.
Properly,
Maybe he was doing an R&D sesh on you.
Yeah, I got like Hitler shocked, Hitler jump scared in front of me, and it was me. Oh God,
I'm the Hitler.
Yeah, well, I think it's because I'm.
You look over and there's me getting the Himmler in the next chair over.
Booth just saw me post this, and she posted Munker. She's like, "Why is Lewis posting?"
It makes sense in context.
The context is this is Lewis's hero. I read a book by this guy.
This would be a classic Lulu Triforce.
Adolf Hitler. Have you ever heard?
He was talking about his camp.
Yeah, talking about his camp. Apparently, the Jews are to blame for everything in Europe.
Oh my God.
Did you guys know that?
It's some people genuinely think it now.
It never went away,
changed.
and it never will. Anti-Semitism in Europe
100 years later
runs very deep.
I mean, that's nearly the 100th anniversary of Mein Kampf.
But that's not even. That is not even the beginning. People think of that as the beginning of anti-Semitism in Europe. If you go to the Jewish Museum in Camden, which I would recommend, they had a thing there about the history of anti-Semitism in Europe. It goes back a very, very long way, like 1,000 years.
I know the Germans.
It's
the Germans think they invented it, but trust me,
they didn't.
We've been doing it for hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's a very old track.
I read a book about conspiracy theories, and I think I might have even talked about it on this podcast, but the one that I heard about this was that during like the Crusader times, this Crusader, had to borrow a load of money to go on campaign. It was one of those crusades that was terribly unsuccessful, and he came back and he was bankrupt.
Right.
But he sort of somehow managed to blame the local Jewish community for it, because sort of people were sort of, these are strange people living on their own, kind of, they've got their own, they worship
they're
the
not
devil,
even Christians.
He managed to frame one of them for abducting a child.
Wow.
They do that shit all the time.
But this was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's any other group that is like specifically different, especially with a different religion, forever. That's been a thing. I'm sure you could go back to caveman times, and they worshipped a tree, and these other guys worshipped the sun. It's like, this fucking sun worshipping bastards. It's easy. Suddenly you've got even if you just dislike them, it's this gives you an added reason to get people behind your cause, because they also hate them for that reason. I mean, this is alive and well in America as well. It's everywhere. Yeah. It's everywhere.
Oh, for sure. It's so crazy that this is the most persistent persecution of a group in history.
Apparently the first clear examples, 3rd century BCE in Alexandria. Going back to the old school ways, when the BCE Alexandria, a lot of Greeks hated him too. So yeah,
I mean, Jesus, he was the original Jew, and they hated him, didn't
BC.
They bloody hung him up.
So you're talking,
they bloody hung him up, didn't they?
You're talking hard.
Jesus, fella, strung him right up.
You're talking hate BC, because BC, I thought like the big source of hate came AD, but
no, bud.
BC was when it started to kick off.
The revolt of the Maccabees.
Shit.
You read about that? The Maccabees?
No.
There's a whole bunch of history to it anyway.
I appreciate that you thought potentially that I might have known about that, but
I like to give people credit.
I feel like that is a veiled compliment, but
no, they were like a bunch of lads. You can read all about it anyway. It's a pretty deep cut for a podcast. We're not a political or history podcast. So
no, we really are not.
Stick to making fun of each other for getting Hitler haircuts, I think is.
It is a book, actually. One Maccabees
Hitler
is
haircut,
a book.
Hitler haircut. Man, he looks like Hitler.
Oh, it's one Maccabees.
Deuterocanonical book.
Yeah, how about
so
that?
So it's like a book that isn't in the. Is it not in the actual Bible, like the Old Testament?
Do they call that the Apocrypha or something?
There's tons of extra like texts and stuff that didn't make it into the main, all the behind the scenes bits.
So there's a whole bunch of books that never made it. New Testament Apocrypha. There's the list of 60, dating to around the 7th century, lists the 60 books of the Bible. The unknown author also lists many apocryphal books that are not included. They are Adam, Enoch, Lamech, 12 Patriarchs, Prayer of Joseph, Eldad and Modad, Testament of Moses, the Assumption of Moses, the Psalms of Solomon, and then you got the Apocalypse of Elijah.
It's like fanfic.
It is.
It's like OG biblical fan thing. It's like some priests were like big fans. And they were like, man, I'm
Wow.
going to write my own little bit of Bible. And,
This one's, listen to this. The
I ship
didascalia
Moses and Jebediah
of
big time.
Polycarp. The didascalia of Polycarp. Isn't that a Pokemon? Polycarp.
Oh, probably.
Oh, he was a bishop of Smyrna, AD 69.
I love these old-timey words, you know?
I'm sure
Yeah.
Smyrna's still knocking about. Yeah. It was an ancient Greek city located at a strategic point on the Aegean coast of Anatolia.
Oh,
Interesting.
real place.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of the stuff in the Bible was based on real places. That was all very kind of. A lot of the places didn't exist, you know, a couple hundred years later.
Yeah.
And then,
I remember when I did RE in school, whenever we had a quiz, because I never revised RE, I would always just put for every answer either Jesus or Antioch, because it was always either going to be a person or a place. And Antioch comes up a lot. And
How did
believe
you
it or not,
fare in
Jesus,
RE? What were
very,
your test
very poorly. I got a lot of detentions.
test scores?
oh, wow.
You just bosh down Jesus or Antioch. Who on the 3rd of Galilee went to Antioch? Was it fucking Jesus? No, it was not Jesus. Oh.
Right.
It was.
If it
Moses?
wasn't Jesus, does it matter?
Yeah, who
do we need
cares?
to know?
Sir,
By
I
the
only
way-
care about what Jesus did.
Do you know that Noah is like one of the most popular little boys' names at the moment, like for babies? Like I think it's number 1 or number 2 in the UK.
Really?
Everyone is calling their kid Noah,
Right.
and I just can't. Really,
To that
really
I
can't
say,
get the whole-
Noah's out
Noah
there
way.
listening to this.
I'm never naming a child Noah.
I was going to say that the Noahs out there listening to this are clenching up, waiting for Lewis to either humble them or praise them.
Slam
What's it
him
gonna
hard.
be?
He's going to slam him
It's just
hard.
it's just such a big he's like the second most famous name in behind Jesus, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
I don't think so. Moses is
Noah,
a pretty big name.
Moses.
I think
and,
Judas
but
is
no one's
right up
calling
there
their
as
kid
well.
Moses, is it?
No.
Who's calling it-
Yeah.
How many Moseses are there?
I think it's a popular footballer name, isn't it?
Well, there's a guy called Moses Moody. He's a basketball player, plays for Golden State Warriors. By the way, that is a fucking great name for a team.
What?
The Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
very
It sounds
sparse
way
and
better
really
than it
good.
probably actually is.
If that was a faction you could play in Rome Total War, I would not be surprised at all.
So
The
so
Golden
what is
State
the
Warriors.
Golden State? Is that
It's
because of the gold
California.
rush?
The Golden
Oh,
State
right.
is California.
Oh really? Okay.
California knows how to party. I'm going to Google Translate that. into
California
French.
also hosted the
California.
Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Uh,
The 1990 NHL expansion team, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, and I think they just got turned into the Ducks at one point, and maybe they're not even the Ducks anymore.
Californien, weiß wie man feiert. Not quite as
Everything is.
fog.
We're just looping back round to some sort of Hitler situation again. It's just because that voice you do is so like
What, the German
podium.
voice?
Yeah,
I do
it's
apologize to
passionate.
German listeners. It is hard to
It's
do
very
a
passionate.
funny German accent without just devolving into a bit of a Hitler speech. It's just he was the
it's-
G. He was
the
the
way you-
OG of speaking German. You
it's
know
so
what I mean?
passionate. It's so heartfelt.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
so
very
angry.
heartfelt, yeah. I think that's why people love it so much. We get a lot of mail about how much people love to hear Flax's
Love
doing his
Germany.
German accent, yeah.
Oh, and accents in general. There was a lot of accolade for your
Mostly
Biden,
the
a
German
lot of
one.
accolade for your Trump.
Oh, yeah,
People
the Biden,
liked my Trump.
the Biden
People
one was
loved
really
your
fucking
Trump
good.
and your Biden.
He's done. He stepped down now. I'm
Yeah.
stepping
He's
down. I'm going back. I'm stepping down. I don't want to fight against that alley cat anymore. I'm going back to Oklahoma, maybe Mississippi, where I grew up as a young black woman. Doing my best. I love him. He's such a likable old
Oh
gripper.
God! I could just listen to you do that all
I
day.
can too. I love
It's
it.
so good.
Oh, man, it's great. That's great.
The Trump one is really hard to do because he's so specific.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I
fuck
mean?
me.
Like
Oh.
he is such a specific voice, and everybody's so familiar with it. If you're off slightly, people can't do it. Do you know people talk about the Christopher Walken impression that everyone does?
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
shocked, couldn't believe it. I came out, that kind of thing.
It's the cadence.
It's
like
the cadence of talking like Christopher Walken. He's got this New York accent, and then he pauses for dramatic effect, like that.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. but it's an impression of an impression.
Yeah.
Because everybody now, it's like the language of impersonations. People do that Walken, but the best one, I can't remember the actor's name. He's like a comic actor, Kevin something. I'll look. Hold on.
Kevin Hart?
No. It is
Kevin
Kevin Pollak. Kevin
Oh.
Pollak. He did a Christopher Walken before most people were doing Christopher Walken impressions, and his is so good that everyone just does his impression.
Oh, I see.
But the thing is, it's like, if you listen to Christopher Walken, like, take his appearance in Pulp Fiction where he's like, 5 long years I hid that watch up my ass, that scene. Great scene. But he's not like, 5 long years I hid that watch up my ass. He's not doing that excessive Walken.
Yeah. He just naturally sort of...
It's like a caricature. It's like exaggerated. But sometimes you have to have that in order for it to...
Right, but that's the thing. But with Trump, you don't. That is just the way he talks.
Because he's already at the...
I like
at
that.
He's already
100%.
at that maximal Trump level.
I liked Eddie Murphy's impersonations. He did some really funny ones too.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
If you look at there's a really famous sketch he did called Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, I think it's called.
On Saturday Night
He
Live.
did it again when he came back after like 25 years or whatever.
That's
an update.
right.
And it's like Mr. Rogers if he was black in a black neighborhood. It's really good. A lot of the stuff I think with SNL, sometimes it feels like comedy that because I watch a lot of it on YouTube, a lot of this sort of sketches and stuff like that. Sometimes they're at their best when they allow themselves to be sort of surreal and a bit weird.
Yeah. Do you ever see the Eddie Murphy when he's being James Brown and he's singing about his hot tub on Saturday Night Live? That's a good one.
I haven't seen that one.
And the Little Rascals one where Buckwheat sings. Eddie Murphy doing Buckwheat sings is pretty funny as well.
But it's like he was huge. Like he basically saved that show.
Yeah.
Like he was huge when he came off Saturday Night Live. But it's funny to think. I look at the cast now and the sort of humor that they're doing now, and it seems so safe a lot of the time. It's really safe humor.
Yeah.
And I think they've lost any edge they ever had is gone. I mean, Norm Macdonald was really quite edgy on the show, and he got booted. And it's like, you've got to have that edge, because comedy without an edge is just like music.
His Weekend Update compilations are incredible. Especially
he was a little obsessed with two things, though.
The OJ stuff was so funny.
Yeah, it's like constant OJ jokes. It's like, it was such a cultural thing in America. It
was huge. Yeah, it really was. Like,
it was too much.
It was kind of the start of like 24/7 news and stuff too. Because before that, you never really had any channels completely devoted to it. But with the OJ stuff, I think they started it and they saw that people wanted to just watch the same thing. Like people were tuning in to check it out and stuff. And that was kind of like the start of, like these 24/7 news ticker channels. And,
that's so bad.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Yeah, that's
I hate them. Because the thing is that it's like reporting live is not, for me, really the way it should be done for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because if you report on what you know now, that's the story. And then you're playing catch up with the details later.
Yes.
It's true.
What you should be doing is reporting the story when you have it, not just something's just happened. Let's wildly speculate about it live on air for the next 17 hours. And then we'll be like, and when new development, it turns out, blah, blah, blah.
Well, this is where a lot of these conspiracy theories come from.
Yeah.
Actually, they spawn out of these situations where people don't know what's going on, or have heard misinformation, or have heard conflicting information. And then the conspiracy theorists latch onto that news report where they're like, these early reports said there were 2 explosions. Why are they only telling us there's one now?
I mean, do you remember the 7/7 bombings in London? I don't want to get dark here, but do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
So when that happened, the news was reporting on it constantly. And I was at work, actually, when it happened, because it was in the morning that it happened. And we were trying to follow the news. We had the TV on in the office, and we're following it all.
So, this is kind of a British 9/11.
Yeah, so there was the tube bomb, a series of bombings. Guys went on the tube with bombs, homemade bombs, detonated themselves either on buses or on train carriages, killed a bunch of people. Terrible, right? Terrible. Killed about 50 people. And the phone network shut down.
But at the time, it was like, it was like reported on as if, I think, the press were very hungry for it to be this new 9/11 type thing.
Yeah.
The money that they'd made from 9/11, these, on the TV and the news, they were, they're like, this is it. Everyone on deck. Let's because they're for profit, right? A lot of press outlets,
Yeah.
and they cover it relentlessly like vultures.
Yeah, I think there
they
is
can't help
an
themselves.
element of that for sure.
Yeah.
But so when it happened, the early speculation was that there's been an explosion on the London Underground, and immediately they were like, "Oh, it was a power substation," and that everybody thought it was that, and that was like a detail that seems to have been lost in time. But that was the first thing reported. Apparently, report of a power substation exploding. It's like okay, and then obviously it was multiple blasts in London. And it's like, what? Why are you reporting that? Like, that's not the case. Don't you want to confirm that? Don't you want to, like, it's almost like a crowd, a whisper going through a crowd and like rumors and updates and stuff like that. And then, like you said, from that, this idea that it's a conspiracy and then suddenly the Men in Black come in and get the story straight and all the crisis actors and all this shit. It makes people not believe when these terrible things happen because they're hearing this drip feed of information rather than reporting on a story. Here's what happened.
There is a lot of naive misinformation spread by authorities, though, in the wake of these events. That they say, oh, we don't want to cause panic. So let's tell them a gas explosion has occurred or something like that for now. And then, that way they won't all start running in fear and causing more problems, right? And so you can understand why they would have a false story in place. But yes, that does just lead to conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
It's fascinating how it happens. But then again, I think people who are into conspiracy theories are usually also into it for the money. I think that's another big thing. Like most people who are into conspiracy theories are benefiting from it somehow by disseminating it, right? They're not, especially these big YouTube channels or TikToks or these people who can basically exploit something and a lie and misinformation for their own gain. There's a lot of these charlatans.
What happens though when
there's always been?
Do they just, no matter what, even if what they're saying is proven to be false, do they just still run with it? They're just like
they can't stop.
Oh, we knew they would.
That point.
They knew that they would try to discredit us. We knew that this was going to happen, but don't believe them. But like, there's got to be a point where it's so clear that they're just lying.
Well, by that time, they've moved on to the next conspiracy theory,
Right.
like the next thing that makes them money, the next thing to lie about, and they're never asked about or they never talk about that thing that they were wrong about. What people will say? They'll say, oh, like the end of the world people, they'll be like, oh, the world's going to end next year, when it doesn't, they're like, oh, well, I think it's actually, I said 2012, but I got the numbers rich round. It's 2021. It's like, keep giving me the money.
You got to be so confident to be able to fool yourself into believing that stuff too, I think.
Oh, well, you don't. Though it's like that they know that they're wrong. They're not fooled. They're not fooled.
They have to
telling
somehow believe it though.
Sometimes they
I can't imagine
they know
that
what they're doing,
especially like doomsday prophets.
Listen, or like
walk
or
around
back in the
like,
day,
I know it's not going to happen, but like
people who were
must...
seance people who exploited, even after World War One, when people were saying, oh, I can talk to your dead son. It was still going on even back then.
Yeah.
Until relatively recently, people, and still today, you can see a lot of people who are, exploiting people's, sadness and things like this with supernatural bullshit so they can get some money because they need to pay their bills as well.
Yeah.
We need a universal basic income is what I'm saying. We need a universal basic income.
Yeah. Do you want to hear an interesting story? We were talking about cons, and
because it might fix it. This is my conspiracy theory. If we give people a universal basic income, they don't just scam each other anymore.
I don't know. I've read and watched a decent amount about UBI, and I think
people are going to still scam each other.
No, I don't. I honestly don't know how it would work out. I have no idea. I think it's very speculative, and it's a seriously. I know they've done some experiments in some areas and stuff, but it's one of those things where it's all or nothing because you don't really have an idea unless you can have a contained environment where people don't come and go, and then you test it. Everybody gets the same amount of money a month. Does this town work? I'm sure they've tried it somewhere. I haven't read the results or anything, but it's one of those things that I think it's such a crazy change to the way we've done things for so long that we have no idea what the effects of it would really be. I think it does sound interesting. But to just jump into it, I think would be insane.
Could you build like a bunch of oil rigs and just make your own country out of them? Like,
you're talking about Sealand now, baby.
Yeah, just like if you built a whole bunch, far away from, land or whatever. You just
people have done it. Remember that lad that tried to seize Jersey? We did that in a previous podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't Jersey. It was Sark or one of the other little ones.
Yeah, I think it was Sark.
Yeah, it was Sark. But it's like the Sealand guy claimed this is, my country and you can't invade it. Like all of this. There's always people trying to invade it.
His story is mental, though, because a lot of people did properly try and invade it, and he had a lot of problems.
If you had your own oil rig, but it was not really, it was just for people to live on. Right. You could do your own UBI there.
You could.
Nobody comes and nobody
Where's the
goes.
money going to come from?
Well,
rich people.
Yeah, hopefully.
On the oil rig
just
city?
helicopter the money in every once in a while.
The problem is, imagine you started this oil rig town and it cost you a vast amount of money to build oil rig city. Someone's had to build it, right? Someone else has had to build it. And you've had to buy it off them somehow. And then you get there and you have to import all your food, I guess, because there's no land to grow anything on, right? Unless you're going to somehow do some sort of complicated.
Could you, if you had the money to do it though, you wouldn't even need permission, right? You could just go do it.
I think if it was in international waters and you found a site, and put down an oil rig and lived on it, I don't think they could stop.
Not to do any drilling though. It's just more just like a platform.
It's just a platform, a bit like the atoll in Waterworld.
Yes.
And for food they made soil from people that came and died. They'd put them in the pit and then they'd grow food from the soil.
Yeah.
Also, international waters I don't think there's such a thing in the way that we consider them to be a thing.
International waters?
There is some... There's some idea that, there's no laws out there
but who's going to enforce that? If you built an oil rig,
well, NATO, I think, and the countries that
what
are
they going to do? Just send a bunch of boats and say we're moving your oil rig?
I think if you set up your own country 100 miles off the coast of Argentina, I think someone will come over and fucking blow you up.
All right. The Convention of the High Seas, signed in 1958, which has 63 signatories, so not everyone. Defined high seas to mean all parts of the sea that are not included in the territorial sea or the internal waters of a state, and where no state may validly purport to subject any part of them to its sovereignty.
Okay.
So this was used as a foundation for the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, the UNCLOS, signed in 1982, which recognized exclusive economic zones extending 200 nautical miles from the baseline, where coastal states have sovereign rights to the water, from the water column all the way to the seafloor and everything below. So the high seas make up 50% of the surface of the planet. So 50% of the surface of the world
is just the high seas.
Is the high seas, yeah. I mean, the middle of the fucking Pacific and all the rest of it. So I guess if you went in there, you do get some disputes.
All land on the planet is now spoken for.
Claimed.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
even
there's got to be some
rock.
There's got to be some land somewhere that whoever owns it just doesn't care about it enough.
Oh. Well,
you could just pitch up Russia,
I think it's called Hull.
Yeah. No, there's so much land, you're right, that it's just still wilderness. But usually, again, it's kind of that place is where crime hangs out, it's where people are illegally mining gold, or
Pirates.
where they're where they're doing sort of drugs and stuff, and off the beaten track. You
could buy some land from someone like the Somalians. I bet. I mean, you'd have to defend yourself against Somalian pirates, but you could have.
I don't know if the Somalian pirates would want to even raid me, because it would just be piss jugs and tarps. Basically.
You've got the UBI though, mate.
I would have my own UBI set up. This is true.
Lad gets on your oil rig. Look at me. I'm the captain now. That guy. $6.
Everyone on the international
everybody gets
oil rig
$6 a month, which puts food on the table.
Would you still stream from Sipsland?
Well, I don't think I'd have the infrastructure to do so. I mean, if
I'm
talking about setting up from scratch, I would imagine never. I don't think I'd ever be able to get to the point where...
Well, how scratch, though, are we talking?
Well, I mean, with whatever you've got and all the stuff you got, I'm talking like turn up with a couple of...
in your basement, or
a backpack, a sleeping bag.
You're talking about what
a
you
couple
can
of
carry
tools.
on your back.
Well,
You're going to start a country with that.
Okay, but where?
Well, you're like the settler in fucking Civ.
I know, but all the land around me is spoken for. I'd have to go further
I'm
afield
going
to
to
find
have
somewhere.
to have
so,
sex with 5 women and get lots of food so I can grow my citizens.
yes.
Build a wall first. That's my advice. Build walls.
Well,
Oh, really? Do you don't want to go walls first?
No, I'm saying he needs to
It's
build
too
walls first. He's
expensive.
got nothing. Wait, you going to build a temple?
I thought maybe about doing
that's how
like
you get more people.
like a hill fort, like a like a mound, a keep on a mound.
What if you're doing it on an oil rig? How are you going to get the hill?
I don't know. Well, I've already moved on from the oil rig. I can't
Oh,
afford
the
it.
oil rig's thrown under
It's gonna
the
be too
bus.
hard to do.
You're doing wilderness.
I don't
He's,
have-
he's not playing Polynesia. He's playing a land-based.
Hey, did you know that going online without ExpressVPN is like leaving your keys in your car while you run into the gas station? Most of the time, you'd probably be fine, but what if you came back to see somebody driving off with your car?
Well, I've also heard that going online without ExpressVPN is like leaving your kids with the nearest stranger while you go to the restroom. They're
Yeah.
probably not a kidnapper or a serial killer, but would you ever take that risk?
No, I would personally never take that risk. So I guess it's ExpressVPN for me.
Yes, well, absolutely. Every time you connect to an unencrypted network in cafes, hotels, or airports, your online data is not secure. Any hacker on the same network can gain access to and steal your personal data. It doesn't take much technical know-how to do it, just some cheap hardware, and hackers can make $1,000 per person selling personal info on the dark web. ExpressVPN stops hackers from stealing your data by creating a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. It would take a hacker with a supercomputer over 1 billion years to get past ExpressVPN's encryption. It's easy to use, it works on all devices, phones, laptops, tablets, and it's rated #1 by top tech reviewers. So, I use ExpressVPN. I recommend you check it out if you're looking to protect yourself online.
Is there some sort of code I can use?
There is expressvpn.com/Triforce. That's EXPRESSVPN.com. You can get an extra 3 months absolutely free.
Oh my God.
ExpressVPN.com/Triforce.
Do it
Oh
now.
my lord.
I was reading the list of state nicknames, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously, let's see if you can guess this one.
Okay.
The cheese state.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, you know that one.
Yeah, that
right?
we know that one.
But there's loads more weird ones. Okay, I'll just start reading.
Hit me.
Okay, okay. These are, I guess, some of them are like to do with stuff that they have there. The lead state, the gateway to the west,
Oh.
the mother of the west.
Wait. You're going too
the
far.
lead
We've gotta
state
guess the lead
is
state.
got to be Pennsylvania.
No.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Nope.
It's Idaho.
Pennsylvania is the coal state.
Oh, Pennsylvania is
Ah.
the coal state. Sorry.
Lead. I guess they'd be mining it in the hills. Is it? I don't know. What about like
The Adirondacks.
Idaho.
It's called the Pennsylvania of the West. That's its other name.
Oh, Oregon.
It's actually Missouri.
Wow, no way.
The bullion state. Yeah, Oregon. Have I got one for Oregon? Yes,
the one
Beaver
next
State.
to Washington State.
The
What a-
Pacific Wonderland.
The Pacific
Really?
Wonderland of Oregon. Home
Okay,
of
I'll
Portland.
give you more. How about this? The Sunflower State.
Oh, the sun.
Midway, USA.
Wait, are these all the names for the same
Yes,
state?
same state.
Uh,
Sunflower State.
sun-
Midway, USA.
Ohio?
America's Heartland.
America's Heartland.
Which is
It's
that one in
gotta
the middle?
be
What about like
Milwaukee.
Oklahoma?
No, it's Dorothy's home.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Surely it should be called the flat as a fucking carpet.
Do you see what I mean? Like these states, it's not good enough to like
the
describe
tornado
it. where-
state. That's what
one-
we know it as.
Oh, probably.
The tornado state. Be real. Don't be making up all this shit. No one remembers the sunflowers in Kansas. They remember the tornadoes and Dorothy. That's it. Just own
How
it.
about Cotton State?
Oh, that's
Christ.
got to be Alabama,
It
Louisiana,
is. Well done, Alabama.
Alabama,
Cotton State.
Alabama State.
the beautiful. Yeah, these are really
Neil
interesting.
Young didn't like Alabama. He wrote a song called Alabama. Very, very good song.
How about this? Land of the Midnight Sun.
The land of the
that's
Midnight
got to be
Alaska.
New Mexico.
Alaska.
Oh, it's Alaska. Yeah.
Oh shit.
New Mexico.
More metals. The Copper State.
Oh, the Copper State is definitely Minnesota.
No, it's
Tennessee.
no. It's also known as the Aztec state.
Oh, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
No, and the
Arizona.
Apache state. Yes, it's Arizona. Jesus, they're really hard, aren't they, to get?
No, these are easy. Keep them coming.
Yeah, you think?
These are easy.
How about this?
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain State.
Colorado.
Correct. Good job. How about this one? Nutmeg State.
North Dakota.
No.
South Dakota.
No. Constitution State. There you go.
Oh, that's Massachusetts.
No, not quite.
Oh, I don't know that.
Massachusetts would be
Massive
the
two shits.
Pilgrim
State. Yeah.
or the Spirit of America.
That's right.
Apparently
Yeah.
Connecticut is the Constitution
Connecticut,
state.
of course. Hartford,
Wow,
Connecticut.
They love having little sort of patriotic iconography. Oh, how about this one? Goober State.
Oh, that's got to be Washington D.C., right?
No, it refers to peanuts.
Oh, it has
Washington
the
D.C.
Peanut State. It's got to be New Mexico
or the peach
You're
state.
just gonna
Oh
keep
no,
saying
that's
New Mexico.
Georgia.
Georgia is the peach state,
Yeah.
You like
The-
peaches? You like peanuts? Come on
You like
down to
goobers?
Georgia. We got goobers for days. We got
That's a word you-
goobers.
get the goobers.
Where'd I leave that goober? Yeah, there it is. Honey, I'm going out to work. I got a pail full of goobers. I'll be home
Oh.
for goobers later. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I do like it's very kind of nice, isn't it? Like these sort of nicknames.
Do we have this for
like, they have.
counties?
Yeah, they've got to have
Yeah.
stuff like this for English counties, right?
We need that, don't we?
What?
I think most of them are like self-descriptive, like slough. When you hear slough, you don't need any other
What was
context.
this called? What was this called? This bit, the nicknames. What did you call it, Lewis?
Nicknames?
No.
What-
You said this is
state?
the what's for states.
Iconography.
No.
Well,
Like, how could I Google it? But for the UK, what should
okay,
I type?
I found it.
All
Oh,
right.
he's got it.
The Wee County. It's
Uh,
the smallest
the-
county in Scotland and
Oh.
the UK by area.
Oh, I don't know. Arbroath?
It's Clerkmanshire.
no, of course it is.
I don't know
Of
where that
course it is.
Of course.
The wee
how-
state.
The wee state.
How about the King's County?
That's got to be Buckinghamshire.
I was going to say Surrey, but yeah.
The
go.
current king has his family residence in this county.
I
Oh,
thought
wait.
Surrey because of Windsor and all that.
Apparently, it's Gloucester.
Gloucestershire.
Gloucester's the King's County.
Gloucestershire.
I claim
Gloucestershire.
this county in the name of the crown.
Aberdeenshire.
You'll get this one. The Garden of England.
Oh, Dorset.
No.
No.
The West Midlands.
the
Lake
That's
District.
Birmingham. No, it's Kent.
Kent.
Oh, of
It
course
is.
it
Honestly,
is.
it is beautiful. Kent is a beautiful county, ruined by the people, but it is a beautiful county.
What about Robin Hood's country?
Oh, it's
Oh,
Nottinghamshire.
Nottingham.
There you go.
Sherwood Forest. Baby.
How about this? The Moonraker County.
Oh, that could be Devon or Dorset.
Well, apparently it's Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
Yeah,
Comes-
Wiltshire. Okay, yeah.
Comes from a local gin smuggling store.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's some. What about how some of these are you're never gonna get because some of the counties are so obscure.
Obscure counties. Apologies to anyone living in these counties, but hit us.
Clangers.
The Clangers?
Yeah.
That sounds northern. Cumbria.
It's Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire.
It's from the Bedfordshire Clanger, which is apparently a sort of a roly-poly pudding.
What
or
about
something.
Okay, I like
about
this.
what
I
about
like
Wookie
this.
Hole and Cheddar Gorge?
That's the Isle of Wight, isn't it?
No, I think it's like in and around.
What am I
Hole?
thinking of?
It's like close to Stonehenge.
Dorset should be like the Jurassic or something like that. What is Dorset?
The Jurassic Coast. Yeah.
But what's Dorset as a county? The
Doesn't
best
have-
county in
doesn't
the
have a
country.
name.
That's what it's known as.
Doesn't have one.
You know,
Sorry.
you mentioned Alabama, and
Mm-hmm.
that got me. I mentioned the Neil Young song Alabama. I didn't know this. Let me know if you guys knew this. Sweet Home Alabama. You know the
Mhm.
song.
Yeah.
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah.
That was written in answer to two songs that Neil Young wrote.
About Alabama.
One about Alabama, where he's like having a pop at them for slavery and like stuff like that, and one called Southern Man, which is also kind of similar.
Right.
And Lynyrd Skynyrd released this. There's even a verse in it. I didn't even notice this. Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard old Neil put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember. A Southern man don't need him around anyhow. That's one of the lines in Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I didn't
And
know
then
that.
Kid Rock came out with singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long as well.
Right.
He was
Well,
trying
everybody
different
loves
things
that
and he was
song.
smoking different things.
But the 1974 Spain single sleeve for this song has the Confederate flag in the mouth of a man's face. He's like,
Didn't
looking at
the
it. So-
Dukes of Hazzard have the Confederate
Yeah, on
flag
the roof,
on the roof of their car as well?
It was just like a Southern thing, like Southern pride. Now, of course, it has seemingly much different meanings because people have rightly pointed out, probably shouldn't fly that flag. But yeah, so Lynyrd Skynyrd, you know, I think in those days it wasn't seen as anything like what it is now, or certainly not in the popular conscience.
Right.
But yeah, so I didn't realize there was beef there. But Neil Young did say he regretted the condescending tone in those songs, and he sort of apologized.
Really?
So, yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know that.
You know, with these like nicknames and stuff, obviously they come from places from a place of, we just grow a lot of spuds here, so we're the spud state or whatever,
Right.
But do you think like there's sort of, it builds up this patriotism around that, then they feel proud in that, and they kind of invest more into it almost in a sense, right?
Maybe?
It deterministically makes them more specialized.
I guess.
You know? Like,
I mean,
well,
like Florida is like the orange state, right? Like because they grow oranges there. I mean,
I think Florida has a shitload of nicknames.
yeah, probably. I could think of a few.
Alligator state.
The shithole state. The
I tell
crazy
you what,
state.
It's New Jersey that is called the Garden State,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But people call it the Garbage State.
Yeah, of course.
Which I think's funny.
Oh,
It doesn't have one of the biggest landfills like in the world in
Ooh, that sounds like such a Sips fact.
No, it does though. But
You
I mean,
watched, like, a whole
when you
2 hour
consider
long
the area of the
documentary
world
about-
it's in, I mean, New York City itself would need a massive.
Where are we going to put all our garbage? Put it in Jersey.
Yeah, pretty much.
They got a load of space over
Those
there.
bums, they don't know garbage anyway. Pile it up in their fucking backyards. Take that, you Jersey bums.
Yeah, I guess the New York was the Empire State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The evil Empire State. Bum, 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 bum. That's the official theme of New York State.
Yeah, it kind of like, I guess like it does help people identify different states from one another.
Who knows? It's one of those things like twinning a town with some other town. This town twinned with Lucerne Auxerre or whatever.
Oh yeah, we got
that.
a whole bunch of that. I think actually Saint Helier is twinned with it's got its 5th twinning as of last year.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's not a twin. That's like a quintuplet or
Yeah.
quad. Doesn't count. You can't have like. I like the idea of that though. And it's usually the reason is the local council of these little towns find some nice town in the south of Spain or whatever, or south of France, where they can have an excuse on government money to go on holiday there, and visit.
We were
It's like,
last year. We were twinned into a twinning memorandum of understanding with the town in the Ukraine. So now we're now twinned with Mykolaiv.
Oh, I don't know why you'd want to go on holiday there.
Mykolaiv. Microwave.
Bournemouth has 2 twins, Netanya in Israel and Lucerne in Switzerland. There you go.
Wow.
And they've given the freedom of the borough of Bournemouth to just 6 individuals.
The key to the city.
I love how you're such a fucking Bournemouth stan,
What are you
despite
talking
not
about?
living
I
there
grew
for
up there.
20 years.
Yeah,
there.
I lived there for 10 years in my childhood. It's quite a big...
10?
Yeah.
You support Bournemouth.
I lived in Chipping Ongar for longer. I didn't stand Chipping Ongar.
Yeah, but I was
Is
there
it
as a
Bournemouth
kid.
or Brighton that you... It's Bournemouth, right?
Who? Me?
Football.
Yeah, Bournemouth, of
All
course.
right, okay.
We hate Brighton Hove Albion is the first line in the song.
Right,
So,
okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Bournemouth. But yeah, it's I left New York, obviously, which I consider my hometown. I grew up there, and then Bournemouth is my other hometown. So it mattered to me as a kid to have somewhere nice to go after living in New York. And Bournemouth was a complete change of pace, but a great place to be a kid in the 80s. It really was.
So I grew up in Chipping Ongar. It's an old market town town in Essex.
Right.
The name Ongar means grassland, and Chipping is from a market or marketplace. And it's one of these places that's super old. It's in like the Doomsday Book or some shit. You know what I mean? It's been around for fucking ever. It's twinned with a little town called Cerizay in the western France. And that is also ancient. It's got the old town centre was situated beside a feudal castle, and it's got a 12th century chapel. It's just about some, actually quite a nice twinning. They've really found like a equivalent ancient old town. The Wikipedia article for Cerizay there's not very much to it. It says the automotive coach builder firm Hewlis has its main production plant on the outskirts of the town.
Never heard of them.
I was born in.
They have been involved in the roof module construction for the Peugeot 206cc.
Wow.
And until 2009, were involved building the Opel Tiger twin top. Jesus Christ.
I was born in Ottawa, Ontario, in Canada, and Ottawa since 1999, I believe, has a sister city relationship with a little town called Beijing.
Wow. What tiny little a feudal 12th century church.
In recent years, the two cities have maintained close contact and engaged in fruitful cooperation in the fields of technological innovations, investments, trade, culture, and tourism.
Wow, Beijing.
There you go. Looks like I win this one, guys.
That's fucking insane.
Wait. When you say technological investments, what are they sticking spy shit over here? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ottawa is actually the home of the Carell Corporation. If you've ever heard of
Steve Carell.
Not Steve Carell, no. It's a different Carell.
Oh.
And they made basically Carell had in the 90s, I believe. It was like the equivalent of Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, but it was not quite.
Not as good.
Up to standard.
Not quite as
Adobe
good.
Photoshop. Yeah. It was like Carell Draw and all sorts. But yeah, they had a big golden office building.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes,
if you don't talk to me about technology, I come from the Silicon Valley of the Northeast.
Right. Yeah. Oh, great. Oh, fucking hell. This twinning thing is quite wild, actually, because you always see it when you're driving through
it's crap,
the UK,
isn't it?
right?
No,
Every
look,
time you
there's
go
a
to
whole
a town.
bunch in here. Look at this one. There's a whole list of twin towns and sister cities in Canada.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Abbotsford is twinned with Fukagawa in Japan. That's
Really?
such a load of shit, isn't it? Like, it's some city councillor or whatever is bored out of their mind. Like, we should do a twinning. And you know what? They get a free fucking flight and a holiday to that place, I'm sure. And they have all these, cultural exchange. And, this is going to further the ties between... fuck off. What are you telling me? This is nothing. There's surely nothing to it. It's just such a nonsense, this whole town twinning thing.
Calgary...
Especially because they always have a picture of the thing you twin with, and it looks way fucking better. It's like having a sibling who's far more successful than you, and you'll just have a picture there all the time to remind you, hey, look, you're twinned with this really beautiful alpine town, and you live in fucking Slough.
Okay, but listen to this. Calgary is the greediest of the bunch. It is twinned or sistered to 6 different cities, and one of them is in Canada. So there you go. The winner of the greediest twinning association in all of Canada goes to Calgary. Well done, Calgary. You won the prize. 6 different. They're twinned to Quebec City in Canada as well. I don't know why.
Well, come on, that's not in
And
Canada,
they're twinned to Phoenix, Arizona, and a couple of places in South Korea, China, India, and Mexico as well. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. There's like in PFlex, this is definitely like a scam, right? That people use. Coventry, okay, is twinned with no less than like 20 cities.
Okay,
fucking hell, is it really?
Coventry's twinned with Arnhem in
You
the
see
Netherlands.
Calgary and you think, we can do better.
It's like
20.
It's twinned with Granby in Canada and Windsor in Canada.
Yeah.
It's twinned with Parc in Australia, Saint Etienne in France, Graz in Austria, Coventry. Oh, Coventry is also twinned with 3 cities called Coventry in the US, which is quite funny.
Yeah, that's fair.
Coventry, Connecticut, Coventry, New York, and Coventry, Rhode
Well,
Island.
okay, but tell me this about Coventry, England, United Kingdom. Is it twinned to Cornwall, Ontario in Canada? Because I'm looking...
Yes, it is.
Okay, then it is reciprocated because on this Wikipedia page, Cornwall, Ontario is twinned with Coventry as well. So it'd be kind of weird if they didn't say, I twin you back.
If it was
I'm
not
twinning you back.
reciprocal.
Yeah.
They were
It'd
like,
be weird.
oh my God, it's like adding them.
Yeah.
It's like, that's really...
Okay,
that
sorry,
could be-
we've got a new contender. It's Hamilton, Ontario. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different cities.
Greedy. It's just how are you going to put them on the sign coming into the
Strategically
village?
twinned with Shawinigan, Canada.
Strategic.
You win again.
Oh fuck! This is good. This is really
This
good.
one's weird. So Whitby in North Yorkshire, England, which I think is a seaside town, is twinned with 3 different towns in Australia: Bland, Cook, and East Fremantle. 2 different towns in New Zealand: Porirora and Whitianga.
Nice.
And a town in Tonga, which is called... So I get the impression that, again, someone on the Whitby local board has relatives out there or knows someone out there or likes to
they
be
just want to
go
go.
out there.
They just want to go.
And they just want... Because it's clear that, like, it's a focus, right? They're like, maybe... I don't...
They've
maybe
had a
it has
meeting. Where do you want to... I really want to go to the South Pacific and, like, you know, visit all those... I like Tonga and places like that and Australia. Okay, let's do a city twinning. They'll come here and then we get to go there because we got to do like the ceremony and shit. So we get on the council's dime, we get a free trip to wherever we twin with. Whoever's in charge of this shit at Coventry is a fucking con artist and needs to be banged up.
It's real smart. They've also this Whitby's also got a Hawaiian county, and it's not like it's not like they're all necessarily like seaside towns, because one of them is in the middle of the fucking
it's a con
in the land.
It's a con. Yeah. It's the biggest con that councils have perpetrated on the British people.
I reckon it's going to be like
last one that
the post office fraud. You know, all these parish councils are going to get locked up.
Yeah, bang them up. There should be an investigation into this. How much money, how much of the public purse has been spent? I always love the way it's called the public purse. Like
I think Stratford have done it right. So Stratford upon Avon have twinned with 5 other towns called Stratford. Right,
I like that.
And
I like that.
Makes sense. There's one in Australia, one in New Zealand, 2 in Canada, and 1 in the US. Like, that's what they got to do, right? You got to grab all the... We got the same name.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there must be something in their culture that let them... That, you know, it was obviously founded by people who were from... You know, someone named it after the original Stratford. They must have done, right? And there must be a reason for that. And I think that would be interesting to look through that history and find out, you know, how the cultures have evolved and changed, right?
Are there any other Londons? There's London.
Yeah, there's a London
in Canada.
There's a London, Ontario.
Other Londons in the world. Is that the only one, though?
I think there's a London in the US as well. There's definitely a Paris in the US because they always refer to Paris as Paris, France.
So there is a London, Ontario. There is a London in Finland. It's a suburb in the Finnish city of Jakobstad.
Nice.
There's also a London on Christmas Island. There's a town called London. It is absolutely tiny. There's a village called London in Nigeria. There's a place called East London in South Africa. And there are a few Londons in America. One in Ohio, one in Arkansas, another in Kentucky.
Remember, there is also an asteroid called 8837 London.
Oh, by the way, we're fucked, aren't we? Isn't there an asteroid that's going to hit us in 2029?
Right, well, fucking quickly. Get drunk and have sex.
Yeah, get your big card out as well and say.
Apophis.
I'm not hearing about this.
How big is it?
It's fucking huge.
Like the size
99942 Apophis is a near-Earth asteroid, potentially hazardous object with a diameter of
fucking terrifying
370 meters.
That's nothing.
Okay.
That's not the size of Texas.
There is a 2.7% chance it will hit Earth on April 13th, 2029.
Wow.
2.7% is not nothing.
That's really high.
That's the initial observations. Now it's dropped a bit, but it's still possible. It's the highest rating ever on the Torino scale, reaching level 4 on December 27, 2004 of, oh shit, we're fucked.
So what happened if it would hit Earth? fucked
Possible
would we
impact
be?
effects. Kinetic energy equivalent to 1,200 megatons of TNT. In comparison, the Chicxulub impact, which caused the mass extinction event responsible for wiping out the dinosaurs, is estimated to have had 100 teratons or 100 million megatons. So much less than that.
Okay.
To put it bluntly,
Okay, thank God.
any impact would be extremely detrimental to an area of thousands of square kilometers, but would be unlikely to have long-lasting global effects such as the initiation of an impact winter. If it were to impact into sedimentary rock, it would create a 5-kilometer impact crater.
Wow.
So if it hit London, goodbye London. If it hit New York, goodbye
It
New
would
York. If it hit Paris,
expose the
goodbye Paris.
billion-dollar shit pipe.
Right there for all to see.
Oh my
Not the shit pipe!
God. I've never dreamed I would see this with my own eyes. This is incredible.
That sounds like a documentary exposing the $5 billion shit pipe
With a
Fuck
gigantic asteroid.
Yeah, so there's shitloads of places called London. Actually, London Kiribati, London in Serbia, in Belgrade. There's London in France.
Nice.
There's all sorts of places, but I'm sure they're all just. They're not as big though, are they? There's not like an obvious big London, and maybe they changed the name as well. You know, to stop confusion, because that's one of these things that happens in these places. It's like,
confusion.
it's just confusion.
Is
They end
London
up with-
twinned with anywhere?
Oh,
It's probably
tons of
twinned with
places.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine like absolute crap.
List of
loads.
towns, sister cities, in the United Kingdom. Well, I just want to find London.
I found it. Beijing as well.
Okay.
So, you know,
What?
Ottawa. You ain't got.
What?
You ain't got
What?
they're cheating on you.
What?
Beijing's cheating
How
on
dare
you. with
they?
London. But also Shanghai. We're not fussy.
Shit.
We'll have the two biggest cities in China. New York City.
Sweet.
Tokyo.
Yeah. Okay.
Moscow.
Nice. All the big
Berlin.
guns. All the big guns.
Yeah, and then they've also got, just for fun, Tehran in Iran, Bogota in Colombia, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.
We
and
don't fuck
Santiago
around. We're not twinning
in
with some
Chile.
little shitville. Only
Capitals
the big
only.
guns, please.
Little
'cause we're
shitville.
So
London.
Paris aren't interested.
So, by the
apparently.
way, London, Twickenham is where I spent most of my life. So I now consider this my home.
Chilling out.
Southwest
maxing.
London, Twickenham.
Twickers.
This
Okay.
area is now my home, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Love
Well,
Twickers.
Will you
Yeah,
ever
is
run
that-
to be on the council, do you think?
I fucking hate those bastards. Why would I?
Well, you could go in and make the
I'd get
changes.
booted out.
holiday.
I'd get booted out. I'd be voted in, and within an hour, I would be
You
booted
could get
out.
it twinned with, like, I don't know, fucking Marbella
My
or something.
ass.
My ass. Nice.
And just go on holiday to fucking the south of France.
What? I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to go for Marbella. I don't think so. Sam.
Well, I don't know, south of Spain, somewhere nice. Fucking, where else do you want to go? Like,
I'm going on holiday next week.
Where to?
twin up with
South of
Marbella.
France, south of France, and northwest Italy.
Yeah, I mean, you could go on council dime. You know, get
Go out there.
get Keir Starmer to pay for it.
Keir Starmer, he's not in charge of our council. What are you chatting about?
Well, you just have
He's
yeah,
large and in
government's government,
charge.
isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
He's
Keir Starmer sounds like, I dare I say it, a member of the Nazi Party.
Oh dear!
Oh, no.
He's
didn't.
just got in
I'm,
charge.
I'm not saying
He's
he
gonna-
is. I'm just
he's gonna
saying.
change things for the
Herr,
good.
Herr Starmer, you must begin your attack.
yeah.
Jawohl, Keir Starmer, Obergruppenführer Starmer. That's just what it
sounds.
sounds like.
Sounds authoritative.
If he was a guy defending a bridge in Arnhem, you'd believe it. That's all I'm
I'd
saying.
believe it for sure.
As it is, he's just a
Bristol-
mild-mannered ex-lawyer or whatever.
Bristol has chosen some weird places. It's got Beira in Mozambique.
Right.
Are we still on
Um,
this?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm just going through it. Porto. I wanted to take us off calling Keir Starmer a Nazi.
I didn't call him a Nazi.
I was like,
I did not call him a Nazi. I would like to draw the gentleman's attention to the record, which clearly states that I said his name sounded like he
fake.
could have
He
been a
does have
Nazi
a bit of
officer.
a
That's all
severe
I'm saying.
comb
It
over
does.
at times.
Yeah. Give me
That's
the
true.
Starmer, please.
Do you reckon he was
Taking a
he was-
picture of Starmer and get them to do his Herr Starmer's haircut.
Maybe he can't grow a moustache, you know, because he'll
Can
look
you
in the
imagine
hairdresser's
if
mirror.
he turned up at PMQs with a new haircut, the Hitler comb over with the little mustache? Hello, I am
Hello.
Obergruppenführer Starmer, your new prime
just-
minister.
That,
Hello.
oh my god.
Hello.
I would like to twin us with Berlin.
Nuremberg should be the city that we spend with.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, all right, fine. Well, I don't know. I'm always interested in places and how the world works. And
Places,
how people
Interest-
see
places
each
Lewis
other.
and
Brindley,
faces.
interested in places.
Can I just tell you something quickly before we wrap up?
Yeah, go.
I've been playing Football Manager, as you may or may not know. I've given
Oh,
up.
we've spoken about it, baby. You've given
I've
up?
given up on the English Premier League and decided
Okay.
I retired Reggie Simpson, and I've created a new manager called Jean-Guy Tupperware, who is now the manager of Atletico Ottawa in the Canadian Premier
Oh, my
League. And let
God.
me tell you, we are winning every game. It's not even a competition. I've got
Oh my god.
on the league table, I have like 65 points. The person in the team in second place has like 30. Like it's
Oh my
it's
God.
done. First
You're
season.
dumpstering 'em.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. What a fun game.
Brilliant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I really want to see you streaming this, but
Oh,
So
I'll
on
get
the,
it.
on the Chipping Ongar Wikipedia article,
Oh
here
my
we go.
God.
He's fucking always comes back to Chipping Cunting Ongar. It's a shit name.
Every
Chipping
damn
Ongar.
time.
Chipping Ongar, Will Self's The Book of Dave, which
Yeah.
was written in 2006, takes place in Chipping Ongar. There you go. On the Who album, Live at Leeds,
Mhm.
drummer Keith Moon refers to Chipping Ongar in a bit of stage banter.
Right.
Well,
there you
thank
go.
God we're not in fucking Chipping Ongar. Hooray!
That's right.
Hooray.
In Adrian Edmonson's book, How to Be a Complete Bastard from
Yes, what
1986.
a book! Oh my god, if you haven't read How to Be a Complete Bastard, purchase a copy on eBay now. We fucking loved this
I was-
book when we were at school. I
I was
fucking loved it. I haven't
3
thought about
when
that
this
in
book
forever.
came out.
How to be
Adrian
a-
Edmonson is from the Young Ones and also played Eddie Hitler in Bottom.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, good reference. In the section How to Be a Bastard to Japanese Tourists, he says, tell them that all of London's tourist attractions are within walking distance of Chipping Ongar on the tube. And obviously,
I
Chipping
have
Ongar used
not
to be the
thought
end of
about
the
this
central
book.
line.
I have not thought about this book for probably nigh on 40 years.
Well, there you go.
Oh my god! I can get it for £3. I'm getting it. I'm so
do you want me
excited.
to give you two more? In the BBC series Just Good Friends, which is a TV series I'd never heard of, from until 2004, it came 43rd in Britain's best sitcom. That's
Wow.
That's what we're dealing with here. It was released between 1983 and 1986. Just Good Friends. Penny's mother and father live in Chipping Ongar. There you go. And finally, YouTube personality Lewis Brindley, co-founder of the Yogs
Oh,
Mills,
here we go.
No way.
was born in Chipping Ongar in 1983.
This is why we've been banging on about it. A little bit of a flex.
There you go. I'm actually, someone has put me, and it says citation needed.
Yeah.
And that citation was needed 6 years ago, and it's still citation needed.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So that's, and it's got a whole
Man, you're
lot
famous.
of information here. You know,
Congrats.
local residents have previously called for the lowering of current national speed limit between the Mulberry House and the Four Wants roundabout. However, Essex Police's senior traffic management officer Adam Pipe deemed lowering the speed limit inappropriate, as drivers would feel 30 miles an hour is not adequate and would not comply. Stuff like this, man. Oh, great stuff. Great bit of reading.
I've
here.
never been associated with a place, although I did once appear in the programme for AFC Bournemouth for a match where it listed famous fans, and they had the Zootons, Seth Rogen, who's a Bournemouth fan, and Pyrion Flax.
Nice.
Oh,
There you
wow.
go.
I was happy about that, but that's it.
Well,
Have you got? Do you mention anywhere on Wikipedia, Sips?
No,
Nah,
I think
I don't
Sips
think
is.
so.
I think I saw him on there one time. I can't remember where.
I don't think I'm on there at all.
Yeah, where under the Yogscast entry, it says current members, and there's a list of people, and you're on there.
Nice. I'm famous.
Notable.
Hey, I'm on
people.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, there you are. There's no entry for you.
No.
I'm afraid. But I am 76. This is.
I'm gonna
our
create my
channels.
own entry. Early life, career, all that interesting stuff.
There's so many people on this list of people from Jersey. I guess you're not from Jersey.
No, I'm not.
But there's like everyone. There's like Alphonse Le Gastoula, famous hermit. I mean, And also Chris MD, YouTuber.
Yeah,
He's on the
he's
other
a big
notables.
FIFA YouTuber.
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
There you go.
There's tons of people on this list. You know, you need to. I guess you're not from there. though, are you?
No.
But you've lived there probably longer than you lived in Ottawa now, right?
About as much time now. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
almost 22 years since I've lived here.
Well,
And I
it's crazy.
I moved away from Ottawa when I was 23. So yeah, not far off being.
It's hard to think that like 1976 is the same distance from the year 2000 as the year 2000 is to now.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
no, that's my birth year. What do you mean? It's not hard to imagine.
Well, no, but the year 2000 seems recent, and 1976 seems like a fucking.
So you were
different age.
born in and around the same time all of this Alabama beef was kicking off between Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I guess I was. Yeah, Willie Nelson, Neil Young,
and
Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Alabama beef.
Alabama
That's
beef.
not, but it's not the beef state.
The beef state.
Now, where's the beef state? It's got to be Texas, right?
It's got to be Texas. Beef state.
Beef, the cattle state.
I like
No,
it when
Nebraska
they refer
is
to
apparently-
cows as beef.
Nebraska is the beef.
I gotta
Oh,
get
Nebraska.
this beef loaded up. Gotta load this beef onto my truck.
Get some beef in you.
Get the beef on the
Good
truck.
old Alabama beef.
Come on now.
Um,
Come on now. Get that beef up on that truck there, boy. Load that beef on that truck there, boy.
All right, I got to go. See you later. Thanks so much for
gotta
listening
go.
to the
I gotta go
podcast.
buy some beef.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Love you.
all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye-bye.